Yeah. I need some of that love bowl today as well. You know, it's been a difficult time, even myself on my journey. The things around us are just collapsing faster and faster. You know, we make plans and the plans come crashing down and we have to start over again. But as we're going through this shift, what we're realizing is that we're able to bounce back from these pitfalls and mishaps, and a lot of them have been happening in the past few weeks. This is Red October. Welcome to Red October, Light Warriors. It's Red October, and the old burns to the ground. I want you to think about a forest. Sometimes in the forest, there's a forest fire, and the forest burns to the ground. And then all of a sudden, the trees were kind of old, and then the beautiful trees start growing again. And through the ash, it becomes like fertilizer for the new trees. And that's what we're going through in Red October. This is a very important energy update. So please take the time to smash the like button. Please, everyone, share this link on all platforms, as our channel views have been going down mysteriously lately. But when we all stick together, we're going to make it through Red October. We're going to be talking about subconscious programs and how they're coming to a halt and being burnt down. And then we're going to start seeing clearly. We're going to start over and over again. Thank you so much, Super Freak. I really appreciate you. Thanks, M&I. We are the rising stars replacing the fallen ones. Our time is now. Love this family. Yeah, you know, we're all coming together, and we have to think on the fly right now. You know, in the past few hours, I have to reschedule and rethink everything. And that's, we're seeing it happen right in front of us. And I'm very grateful for your support. Thank you so much, Super Freak. I really appreciate it. You know, we're going to keep moving through this time period. This is the hunt for, you ever see the hunt for Red October? We're going to be talking about the spiritual meaning of the hunt for Red October. So please, everyone, smash the like button, sit back, let's retune ourselves to God's frequency, 432 hertz, as we start Red October. Red October. Elizabeth Cable, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you. It's my honor to do this. It's time that we all brace for impact. Are you bracing for impact right now? Every section throughout the year, we have to realize that linear time is fake. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to these concepts, we're going to be expanding our consciousness to learn the truth about our reality. But everything has its seasons and cycles. When we realize the seasons and cycles, we can navigate the time period more efficiently. So I'm very grateful for all of your support. If you haven't done so already, please smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. If it calls you, through free will, of course, please subscribe to the channel. Click the bell next to subscribe and select all, and you're going to get all the updates. We do daily videos here, energy updates. Right now, we're going into Red October. What does it mean for all of us? How does future proof past? How do we know that these energy themes actually exist or don't go anywhere? We have real evidence today. Oh man, it's funny how this all plays out. I'm very grateful for all your support. If you'd like to join our Patreon, the link is in the description. We have live Zoom meetings and uncensored content. I'm very grateful for all the support there. If you'd like to join the 8 Dimensions of Wellness community, because we all have 8 dimensions of wellness. And you might be looking at your neighbor, you say, oh, they're doing so great, but they might be struggling in a different dimension of wellness. There's different aspects and different dimensions to our reality. So we have to focus on all 8 of them and strengthen them at this time. And that's the importance of that community. I'm grateful for the support on Patreon. And if you'd like to support the channel, there is a link pinned above and in the pinned comment. This is Red October. And we're watching the burning of the old. The old burns to the ground, and I want you to think about sometimes when the forest burns and the old trees, the dried out trees, they burn to the ground, and then the new trees start growing, beautiful and strong again. The old actually becomes the fertilizer for the new to flourish. We're watching and witnessing the collapse or burning of subconscious programs. Are you witnessing the burning of the old? Why don't you light the chat on fire? Shoot some flames in the chat. Subconscious programs are burning to the ground. And we thought reality was a certain way. We thought we had to live our life a certain way. We even had expectations for our journey. We're going one way, and then we all of a sudden we have to go another way. And, you know, this is what is happening now. And there's different types of themes throughout the year. We're entering Red October right now. We just left a September to remember. Do you remember September? Some people, they said, oh, a September to remember. Well, let's look back at the September to remember. We had some lizard lady that died that represented the death of the old regime, the old way of life. The spiritual meanings are here right in front of our face if we have the eyes to see. Do you have the eyes to see? Let me see the eyes in the chat right now. We went through a life-altering hurricane, and many of our paths are now switched around. We witnessed a hurricane that caused glitches and devastation like none ever. We saw very strange anomalies during this hurricane. We'll never forget it during the September to remember. During the September to remember, many of us, as we shared collectively, also in our Zoom meeting, we had the most spiritual attacks that we've ever had over the course of our journey. Do you remember September? Is that you? Did you experience spiritual attacks in the September to remember? Why don't you share it in the chat right now? Yeah, do you see it? Do you see them? The spiritual years ago, I would hear this, right? I would hear this. I got to be a regular guy, right? I say spiritual attacks. What are these people talking about? That's crazy stuff. Spiritual attack. And then when you start to witness it, but we're witnessing it more and more because we're at the end right now. This is the end days. So we're going to see these things like pop up, these anomalies, all these crazy things. I'm grateful that you're all sharing in the chat right now because we're a community and we're the collective. We have to share together. And please continue to smash the like button. It's going to help others find this message. The spiritual wackadoos are in the house. That was the September to remember. And now we have the evidence. Since future proofs past, we could look back at September and we could see all these things. Now, we're entering Red October. Yearly, there are energy cycles. These things happen every single year. But since we're going through the days of the Great Solar Flash, Revelation, these energy cycles and themes are flipped upon the matrix to collapse the matrix itself. We're witnessing Red October right now. Red October is burning right now. We're in the fire. You might be experiencing the fire on your journey. And your life, your expectations, your plans are getting burnt down to the ground. I'm right here with all of you. It's crazy, it's hard. That's why you really have to, block out the chatter, block out the dissonant frequencies, because there's so much for you to figure out right now. I'm going through this. A lot of us we just want to chill out and relax, but it just keeps going. More expectations will be burnt to the ground. A lot of people for a long time have been sharing about the financial collapse. It can't be stopped. We're already seeing it already. And as we go through October and we see the financial collapse of the Red October and things get burnt down to the ground, once again, these energy themes and cycles have been flipped upon the matrix to collapse the matrix itself. If people are still attached to the matrix, if they worship their false idols, are they worshiping their false idols, then they're going to have a very difficult time during Red October, the financial collapse. Ivory Moon, unveiling angelic wisdom. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Ivory. This is for a box of magic matches. Let's burn it with the purple flame of alchemy. Is the violet flame in the house? Are the violet flames here? Just let me know in the chat if the violet flames are here. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. If you're just tuning in, this is the energy theme of Red October. If you have disconnected from the matrix, you're going to have an easier time in the upcoming days. Corinne, thank you so much, Corinne. I really appreciate the support. I'm grateful that you're here since the beginning. It really means so much. Number one fan. I appreciate that. It's my honor to do this. It doesn't matter. I don't care what country you're in, what state you're in, what part of the world you're in. We are a global community, and we're going to keep moving forward no matter what. And it's my honor to keep doing this regardless of what's going on out there. And so, Red October, we're witnessing the financial collapse. A lot of us are looking out there. We're seeing the stock market is on fire right now. Did you see the stock market? Oh, it's going down. And I'm looking at it, right? I'm learning all these things like all of you. I'm listening out there. Everyone has been talking about the financial collapse. And now, everyone said, it's going to be okay. Sometimes we don't want to look at the burning building, but it doesn't, when we just close our eyes at the burning building, it doesn't mean it's going to go away. It doesn't mean we can't just close our eyes at evil. There was a lot of evil out there, and a lot of people, they were presented the truth. They just turned the other cheek. They turned away. They didn't want to look at the evil. They weren't paying attention to their children. They weren't paying attention to their children. But they were worshiping the false idols. They worshiped the almighty dollar, the almighty stock market, not their children, not their families. And now, the crash, the day of the Lord's vengeance is here now. And we're witnessing this go down. And those that have disconnected, if they're living a spiritual life, if you're in alignment with God, you're having a much easier time with this. If you still believe the old, if you're still going back to the matrix, if you're still going back to bad habits, listen, we all had bad habits. It's no one's fault. Each and every one of us, because we were born into this prison of subconscious programs. And during Red October, the subconscious programs are being burnt to the ground. During Red October, the subconscious programs are being burnt to the ground. And now we have to think differently. about the way that we live our everyday life. So you might have had expectations, but you didn't realize this whole time, oh, there was an invisible enemy. Oh, yes, light warriors. And we're going to raise up, expand consciousness so we can discover this invisible enemy. Let's send out a frequency for all our brothers and sisters to rise up as we go on the hunt for Red October. Got to be like Kermit, just sipping on the tea, looking out the window. That's just me. I'm just like Kermit the Frog's here, just like sipping on the tea, looking out the window like Kermit the Frog. Biblically, we knew that we do not fight against flesh and blood in World War III, but against principalities. There was an invisible enemy. And today, in today's lesson, this is the important part of the message. Please smash the like button. Please pay attention. It's the currency of the universe for the energetic theme of the lesson. These are the deep things that I ponder. I sit here and I try to come up with the epitome of what's really going on. We are on the hunt for Red October. Did you see that one? The hunt for Red October. Are you on the hunt for Red October? Put in the hunt for Red October in the chat. It's the hunt for Red October. And if you weren't familiar with this, Red October, right? The submarine. Oh, you look out there, you're on the beach, you're looking out. Wow. Look at the beautiful water. But what lies beneath? What lies invisibly is the submarine. Oh, yes. You didn't see the submarine, light warriors. Nobody saw the submarine. They're all hiding under the ocean. So now we go on the hunt for Red October as the hunters become the hunted. Are the lions here? If you saw the movie, the Red October was a submarine. So I want you to vision the submarine. And the submarine's out there. The submarine could shoot the missile off at any time. You never saw it coming. A lot of people, they didn't see it coming. They didn't see Red October coming as we see the financial collapse, the draining of energy through the black hole system. If you missed yesterday's message, you should check it out. We have to constantly create and create and create, and that's what we're doing here in the channel right now in order to keep up with what's going on. We're going to have to create and create and create more and never stop and never give in and just keep going. The hunt for Red October. Sean Connery. Oh, yeah. If you're tuning into this energy update, we do jokes here on our everyday lives. We have to have a good time and raise the vibrational frequency. Oh yeah, billions and billions, billions and billions of dollars are being siphoned away from the people every single second now at a faster rate. You better believe it. The devil will try to wear out the saints. A lot of you were aware of this. The devil will try to wear out the saints. It's the end days. Lori McShirley, thank you so much for the support and the tremendous unicorn. I appreciate that, Lori. Thank you so much for the support. The devil will try to wear out the saints, so you might feel like you're weared out. You're worn down, you're tired. We did a video on this recently. You got to get back up now during Red October. It's a tremendous one, right? So you have to be focused during Red October to just keep going. You got to keep going. You can't stall. You have to become the generator. I taught you all. You, ABP, always be pumping, Harley Ray Crystal Shop. You always got to be pumping right now. And you can't stop. You can make a plan and you have to start again. And that was me over the course of this year. I've gone through things I never would have dreamed of, nightmared of, but it just keeps going. And I'm just like, wow, like it's like, you know, you're in a fight right now, and you're taking the hits, you're taking the hits, but you gotta keep going, right? It's not how hard you can hit, but it's how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And that's what we're doing during Red October. I have no idea what to expect. My life has been turned upside down once again. But we have to keep moving forward and try to figure things out. And we have to remember, if you missed that one, I'm gonna share again about it. When you realize that this is Earth School, and you are here for spiritual growth, then you start looking at your life and you say, okay, how can I grow from this? And I'm sharing authentically. I've gone through a lot of things, and each time my plans or my expectations got thrown down and broken apart and smashed, each time I'm able to build back faster and faster. Riley Quinn, thank you so much for the support. I appreciate you, Riley Quinn. It's my honor to do this. You got to understand the path at this time. So we're on the hunt for Red October. Happy October, Light Warriors. It's the October energy themes. Yeah. And we're witnessing the old come down. We're witnessing it across the boards. We could reflect on sports. We're seeing it. We're seeing it with Aaron Judge and how, we're going to have a whole conversation on that one. A lot of people, there'll be 2 home run records. And it's up to the people to decide which one is the real one. It's a very interesting concept. So many people are debating about this. It's a good topic for us to talk about, a little bit lighter than what's going on out there. But we could see that we're seeing stuff be built back up. Things are switching around. The third one for Red October. So you're making plans, and we have to reassess what we're doing. Nathalie, thank you so much for the support. Dear Michael, the dark ones want the collapse, the great reset done on purpose. From chaos we will rise. Their OWO, it's actually the OWO. It's the OWO. Is the collapse in our advantage? Absolutely, because there is... the building's on fire. You have to do everything totally new, right? So you have to rethink everything. I'm doing things I never did before in the past. I'm trying to teach from a place of authenticity through firsthand experience. So you guys will do the same, and we lead and we teach and we share and we pass it forward, and then all of a sudden we're here on the new earth. It's through vibrational synchronization. It's happening right now. They're taking out the trash, right? Listen, even right, so especially in my place, it's not the biggest place. So, you need need to have some room. So, even sometimes if I have some things I need to throw out and it's taking up space, and you got to get rid of the trash so you have more space, right? You need some extra space. So when we remove the densities, right, we remove the trash from our everyday lives, we make room for so much more, and that's what we need to be focused on at this time. A lot of people are asking, where are these people? Where's the false idols? But we have to realize that the power is inside of you. And I'm telling you through firsthand experience, you can't rely on an exterior force. You have to rely within your DNA. God is flowing within the DNA right now. It's the light of Christ. Your DNA emits photons. It's been shown in the lab. Raya Kristar, thank you so much, Raya. I really appreciate that. Appreciate the support. It's my honor to do this and keep moving forward. You know that the devil will try to wear out the saints, and that's why you feel the way that you do at this time. Hiva, thank you so much for the support. The new is already here. The old is just making a lot of noise. Oh, just ask that on the chat. Start the analogy with the great movie. Love it. Love you also. Namaste. Thank you so much, Hiva. I really appreciate the support. I don't want any of you to be scared. You know, we're going to focus on mental health awareness. When you see creatures, maybe on the TV, and they broadcast the vibration of fear, in the future, we will look back and we will hold them accountable for the mental health of our people. And I've done many videos on the scale of consciousness. You could visit the channel page. We did a 2-hour one, uncensored, on Patreon, if you'd like to see that one. It's called casting spells. That's why they teach you how to spell in school, because we cast spells with words, and they're broadcasting spells, and it's not right to people right now. It's not right. I don't give permission. We do not give permission for this narcissistic trash to hurt our people with spell casting. Yes. Humans. Yes, humans. You know, and again, the attacks, you know, you might have experienced a lot in September. I'm kind of like a quiet guy. I kind of keep to myself. And I experienced a lot of stuff in September. It's really scary to really see total 180s and stuff. And we shared collectively on our Zoom meetings on Patreon. And if you'd like to see that and you'd like to share out, I'm grateful for the support there. But that's why we have to share together. That's why we have, I'm going to run it up the poll. Today I'm going to have another poll. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if it calls you, subscribe to the channel and click that bell and select all. We have community polls. We have total transparency. If I'm sharing something and then the collective is agreeing, you could agree or disagree or have a different look at it. But when we see, remember the law of 80-20. In this universe, you'll never hit 100%. But if you're constantly hitting the law of 80-20, and the full video of the law of 80-20 is on the channel page, check it out. Yeah, tremendous. When we hit the law of 80-20, then we have the evidence that we need. There's no rule book. We're entering the unknown. We're going into uncharted waters right now. Right now, I'm going into uncharted waters. Again, you might be going into our uncharted waters on your journey. We were just thrown another right hook, and now we have to start over again. It's very interesting, right? You never know where things lie. It depends on what dimension you're in. Oh, yeah. But that's why we have to be the best there is at this time. You have to be the best there is at this time. And these are the energy themes that we have to carry with us through Red October. So many people have been sharing about the financial collapse. And again, if you really don't care about these things, you have to remember. And you're seeing it play out. Especially if people struggle with, they have to have the fanciest house, right? The fanciest car, the fanciest Gucci bag. Ladies, I know you're out there. The fanciest watch. Fellas, I know you're out. If you're living that lifestyle, It's going to be extraordinarily hard now. But what is happening, because it's to wake all people up right now, the food is going up, the gas is going up, and these are the common everyday. It's like you might be a person like me, you conserve money, you don't waste money, you don't do these things. But now you look, oh, now the food's up. And then if you want healthy food, double and triple. And that, so now we're literally getting into like, we have to put all our attention, and it kind of forces us to not splurge with, all of those things that we can't take it with us. We have to become power plants at this time. You got to get out of the system, Chris. Absolutely. Yeah, the explosions, Ronnie. So I appreciate all of you. And, really, really stay focused during this time. You might witness the financial collapse in Red October. And you don't want to be nervous during this time period. People are thinking differently what to do. A lot of people, if they're not familiar with the new things on what to do, they get very scared. It's a very uncomfortable time period. We're going into the unknown. We're going into uncharted waters. There's no evidence because we're heading into the future right now. And it's very scary as we witness the old collapse. But it wasn't sustainable. It's a black hole system. It has to feed off of the life force energy of the everyday life people. The black hole system cannot sustain itself anymore. You cannot sustain yourself when your DNA is not connected to source frequency. Some people will say, it's a spiritual wackadoo. You cannot sustain yourself if you're not spiritually strong and connected to source frequency, God, however you'd like to call it. You cannot sustain yourself. You will constantly go outside of you. You'll go outside of you. Parasitical energy siphoning away. The black hole matrix takes it away from our people. But now we're entering the age where we all become nuclear. You're a nuclear power plant. It's crazy, right? So we're going to realize that there's a massive shift that's happening. Oh, Ashley, it's good to see you, brother. Everyone's coming in today. We're waking up for the band's coming back together for Red October. Yeah, it's and that's what we all have to focus on. We have to focus on coming together, becoming the person that we came here to be at this time. We have to live through first. I love you. We have to live through authenticity. We share our experiences through first-hand experience. They have a matrix script. They have a script in the matrix. Humans, this is what it is, humans. They give you the script. Ah, yes, humans. And they come out there in their fancy clothes and they say, this is how it is. They go on the microphone and then they forget their lines. And then they go back and they say what it is. It's literally a joke. And that's why, the suppression of all of your beautiful minds. You all have beautiful minds. I know many of you have shared. I know some of you personally. And that's why I try to share what you guys share. Because your voice needs to be heard, and I will be the voice for the voiceless at this time. Harley Ray Crystal Shop, 1111, strong. Always be pumping. We are here to get hit hard in October. Defund the Matrix. The Matrix collapses. If you never saw The Matrix, you should check it out. Tremendous documentary. And if you're in the California area, you should check out Harley Ray's Crystal Shop for tremendous crystals. And you can visit her on the web, and she'll ship the crystals to you as well. I caught a good commercial, right? Someone's gonna come and say, I want this guy to sell my product. It's tremendous. I'd rather work for the people. So yeah, the devil tries to wear out the saints during this time period. And we did a full video on this. And time again, we feel more and more worn out. You're feeling more and more worn out by the day. Oh, look at Ronnie's right on it. There's the link in the chat right now. More and more. Get a crystal from a Harley Ray. No, I love crystals. I should bring them back. I actually don't. I used to have them here. I was experiencing a lot. I just tell you everything. I was experiencing a lot of glitches, but I also I switched up my. That's funny. Look at, oh, there it is. I had a lot of glitches with the Wi-Fi, so I thought maybe the crystals were throwing it off. So I kept the crystals away. But we're gonna maybe bring the crystals back. We got to get the people back. You know, in the last week, a lot of crazy anomalies have been happening with our channel. You know, our views are down over 50%. Wow, that's so interesting. 50% down. So I'm very grateful for all your support. If you take this video link and share this video link on all platforms, I don't know what happened. You know what happened. You guys know. But, you know, that's why we have to have transparency at this time. And we start putting it out there. And guess what? The people, we all band together. And we just keep moving forward. Diane, you got the beeswax candles. We got to start lighting the beeswax candles. I'm very, you know, I've been sharing about this, and we're going into overtime right now. The ascension symptoms. Years ago, I'd have the candles. It's got the fragrances in them. I like the candle. I start choking on it. So I've been becoming more and more sensitive to these things, and you might be more and more sensitive to these harmful chemicals and other things that come into your body and block the DNA from the sunlight. It's amazing. It's an amazing time period. It's Red October, but keep moving forward. I know, you know, it's scary out there. We're seeing things burn down to the ground. But right now, listen, you might get hit. I've been hit multiple times this past year. I just was hit again. And take a minute. Relax. Breathe it in. Slow down. I know you get a lot of anxiety. You got to slow it down. And my twin flame's a lot like me. She gets a lot of anxiety too. But it's sometimes we have to find that quiet place, and you think, and then you have to recreate the timeline. So that's what we're all doing right now. We're recreating the timeline during Red October. It's not how hard you can get hit. Not how hard you could hit, but how hard you can get hit. Keep moving forward. Keep going is not just a phrase, it's a lifestyle. And that's what I've been doing, especially this year. I've gotten to the point where I don't even know what's happening. Listen, I don't have a crystal ball. If you're just tuning into this energy update, this is the most authentic energy update you'll get out here. I don't have a crystal ball. But what I do is I analyze the energy themes. I know that linear time is fake, and our world is based on seasons and cycles. And if you do the research, if you follow the seasons and cycles, you are prepared for what's about to happen. And then it's up to you through free will. You could accept it or you could reject it. You could continue on in the matrix. You keep going into that burning building. Are you going back into the burning building? Are you going aboard the light ship? All aboard! If you're listening out there, I'm still waiting for my light ship. I'm still waiting. Still waiting. Really appreciate that light ship right now. Oh, we have a good time. It's a beautiful time. It's a beautiful time to be with all of you. And oh, look, we're seeing beautiful numbers. There's the powerful number of 720. Oh, tremendous. We have the 9 energy. We're getting the completions right now. We're completing. And in, so we just went through the September to remember. We had completion. We had the 9. We had a death of a lizard lady. It marked the end of the old, the completion. It's over. Sometimes it's dead energetically, but it's still there, right? So let's go back to the beginning of the lesson. Please smash the like button. It helps others find this very important message. The old is burning, right? Sometimes the energy is dead, right? The tree, it could be an area. It's dead. It's still standing there, but it's dead. It's not doing anything. It has no more life to it. The tree is dead, for example. It gets really dry. Then you have a forest fire. It burns down to the ground. You have ash on the floor, which becomes fertilizer. And then all of a sudden, the new trees start to blossom. And that's the time period that we're in now in Red October. So those trees, they're dried out. And then we clear the way. And then the beautiful trees, the evergreens start growing back up. There was a place, I know you guys aren't familiar with it. It's out on Long Island. If someone is listening in the chat, they know this real life story. I would drive past it. And there was these evergreens. And then there was like a fire there. And then now you could see, like you saw, like the soil was all black, and you see these bright green trees coming back up out of the ash. Anyone that's in Long Island knows what I'm talking about. So I would drive past that area, and I would see that. And sometimes those are the messages I get from God. I see that, and I look at it, and I say, look at that. So it's very interesting. Yeah, we're blossoming by the minute. Cheryl, I really appreciate that. It's my honor to do this. And, you know, Cheryl, please share the video link out. I'm so grateful when you guys do that. We're actually blasting through the current right now. Sometimes, you know, we have to fight against the current. And when you guys share, we don't have to be the most popular, but we are the most authentic channel and community out there. It's our everyday lives. And nothing will stop us. Absolutely nothing. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow our 5D community. I love each and every one of you. Please keep supporting, click the like. Through free will, subscribe to the channel. We'll have another community poll up. We're going to run it up the poll again. So check out, if you click the bell and select all, those polls will come up on your stream when we post the polls. And you guys can vote. I want you guys to vote. Every vote counts. At least they say it does, right? I'm very grateful for your support for this work. The link is pinned above. The link is at the pinned comments. If you'd like to join our Patreon for the Zoom meetings, the link is in the description. Grateful for however you support our mission, and we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to have to do it ourselves right now. We have to leave the old. We have to leave the victimhood, the victim mentalities, bow down to the matrix. That's how they controlled you. We have to rise up and start creating the reality that we want to experience. I love you, James. I love you all. Keep going. Share it on all platforms. Nothing will stop this. I am the defender of our everyday lives. Victory of the light. It's going to be a red hot October. Bye for now.